Hey, yo, man, it's me, your boy, Monkey Too High, and today I'm doing another possum reviews because I actually enjoyed his videos. If you saw the previous one, it was with that Native American movie, and I can't take it seriously that his name was Cotton Eye Joe. I can't take that serious at all. Anyway, I saw this image right here, this very bad CGI of a raptor. It reminded me back in when I was like in what was it, when I was in middle school, where we used to rent, like, VHS DVDs and all that shit back then, before we had Netflix and other other TV ads, TV like apps and all that shit. I saw this, and I'm like, yo, I gotta like fucking watch this fucking vid because it just opened like a fucking core memory of mine. But yeah, all right, man. Enough talking. Let's just start this.
Hi, I'm a possum and I find garbage. Today's garbage is Planet Raptor, a made-for-TV movie from 2007 about a planet consisting of 4 or 5 sets and
God, it's like how Jesus, man, the CGI on this, man, how far we came, man.
infested with CGI raptors. Why is it always raptors? They never make a movie about a rampaging Griposaurus or something. Is it because Jurassic Park already did the legwork of familiarizing audiences with raptors, and now that movie's grossly inaccurate portrayal of them has effectively turned them into instantly recognizable stock monsters, no different than zombies or vampires?
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah. This is the one I saw when we used to have like a VHS store. They also sell DVDs too, but yeah, this is the one I saw. I thought it looked pretty goofy, and oh God, man, I never did watched it because well, no, I was too more into at that point I was like way into like wrestling, so I wanted to watch like old, like, wrestling shows, pay-per-views, from WWF, WCW, and also during the territory eras back then, like Memphis and all that shit. But yeah.
There's probably as many bad movies about raptors or featuring
Oh, the Velocipriest. That's actually a pretty damn funny one. I actually did saw that one. I actually saw that with my best friend, and oh my God, it was just so bad. But it was like, it was kind of like enjoyable to watch, even though it was like so bad. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Oh man, we had a good time.
raptors as there are bad shark movies. Oh no! A scientifically accurate velociraptor! Prick. The movie starts with opening credits written in the lolcats meme font. Then we see a spaceship flying over a PNG of a green planet.
Oh my God, man, dude. Oh my, this is bringing back memories. Oh my God, I hate it. This looks like you see this like in a Power Rangers episode. This is what like you see.
And we get a voiceover narration from our hero.
The first lesson I learned when I joined the service was when they tell you it's a routine mission, take extra ammo.
The first thing I learned when I joined the service was not to fall asleep while laying face down.
Yeah. What also taught me when I was in the service is don't knock until you try it. I don't know what that means. I still don't know what that means.
He explains that he was assigned to escort a team of scientists on this planet to investigate an alien SOS signal. And we see them beam down to the planet Star Trek style. And also, just like Star Trek, they find themselves in a conveniently pre-built set recycled from another production.
Looks like a darn time warp. Keep an eye out for Hansel and Gretel.
So I guess we're just getting right into it.
Okay.
You know how most of these military guys versus monster movies will have some kind of scene where the protagonist has a situation explained to them?
Yeah.
And how we get introduced to characters before they're sent into the unfamiliar territory? Even bad movies do this, but not this one. This movie just throws all these characters into a situation without taking the time to tell us anything about them.
Yeah, no, that's actually true. Yeah, they're just all just one take and that's it. We didn't know anything about them, or just maybe we will, but it's just, man, this is just this is definitely just out of the element. Oh my god, man.
Where they expect us to care about them. Maybe they don't expect us to care. I mean, half the actors in this movie aren't even credited.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what? So what's the point then? If they're uncredited, okay. Right.
And some of these characters I'm not even sure have names. This guy played by Sam Raimi's brother Ted tells our hero, Commander Mace Carter, who's played by the guy who played Manny in Scarface for some reason, that oxygen levels
Oh my god, yeah.
are lower than they expected. So he's gonna have to inject them all with something, because that's cheaper than renting a few spacesuit costumes. Then the obligatory sexy scientist lady wanders off with some guy to do science stuff or
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, every scientist back in the 2000s, it has to be a sexy female. They always got to be a sexy female, and they should. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sure, you can put in like good-looking guy, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. Me just watching that, it was a different time back then.
whatever. But then a guy gets attacked, dragged off by a raptor, while a sexy scientist lady just stands there.
Fuck off!
What?
The others hear her screaming and come running because these trained army guys who are sent here specifically to protect these scientists didn't go with them as they wandered off on this alien planet. And now Ted Raimi sees the blood on the ground and feels the need to touch it, because they always do that in these movies for some reason, as if there's some possibility it might be something other than blood.
Yeah, why would you do that, dude? You just got in here. Oh my god, man.
Maybe they think the guy was full of ketchup or something, I don't know.
Here there be dragons.
What does that even mean? Sometime later, all the characters are still in the same spot, doing what they were already doing, so the time skip didn't add anything, and Ted Raimi is giving everyone their injections. Carter tells everyone to go back to base camp and split up into 3 teams, one of which will go looking for the source of the SOS signal, another will stay behind to guard the camp, and another led by him will go to look for the guy who got dragged off. Everyone walks away, then Carter calls the spaceship to talk to Captain Guy.
Don't cut and run at the first hint of trouble, old buddy.
I've never
Wait,
run from anything in my life.
wait, hold on.
Don't cut and run at the first hint of trouble, old.
Okay, first off, why is he Russian if he's an American? So what happened? So in this universe, the United States just took over the world. Even though you're allowed to keep your language, but the moment you wear the red, white, and blue, that's where you represent us and all of America, brother. Oh my god. I'm just gonna assume that America just took over everything.
Buddy.
I've never run from anything in my life.
Maybe you should have. Carter returns to base camp and tells everyone to move out. Sexy scientist lady insists on going with him to find the guy who got dragged off, and as they wander around, she audio logs her assessment of the situation, commenting that the buildings look like Elizabethan-era England, but something's off about them, specifically that they look like a set. And that's not me joking, she literally says that.
Almost like a stage set.
What? Oh my god. Wow.
Find out more about that later. Then this mustache guy complains to Carter about how they traveled here in a spaceship and beamed down like it's Star Trek, but they're still carrying around 20th century guns like AK-47s and pump shotguns due to budget cuts.
Wait, yeah, no, see, that's the thing I don't get, right? Okay, if you're in the future, you need to have like at least futuristic weapons, not modern day weapons like a fucking AK, a fucking MP40. Or, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking brung a fucking Tommy gun. Like, what? Or hell, fucking a Garambit. Like, what?
Was this budget cuts?
If it works, it works.
So it's like the movie's acknowledging its terrible production value, but they're also trying to excuse it as part of the story.
Right.
Is this guy's insane clown posse tattoo part of the story?
Oh my god. Oh my god, yo.
Oh, this guy has one too, so I guess it is.
That's funny.
They continue
I'm sorry, that is funny. That is
to
funny.
wander around until Carter hears something in one of the buildings. He looks and sees a raptor eating the guy they were looking for. He shoots it, it falls over dead without bouncing when it hits the ground or anything. Like, their canned animation just stopped. Then Carter informs
Oh my God.
sexy scientist lady that her friend is dead.
Want me to draw you a picture?
Wow, what a charming and sensitive individual our hero is. I sure want to watch more of this guy.
Yeah, he's so badass, man. Oh my God, I so want to be like him.
Then they find an old castle, but there's a big padlock on the door, so Mustache Guy picks it by sticking a knife in it, because that's how padlocks work, I guess.
What? So it's open. Okay. Dude, that's not how that works. What the fuck?
Then we cut to the obligatory tough lady and Ted Raimi following their scanner thing to some old building. They go down some stairs into a big room with some alien crap in it, including a statue of a big bug guy. They open a box with some kind of plastic prop in it, which will become important later, and then Tough Lady finds the SOS transmitter. She calls Carter to tell him, and then we cut back to the base camp where some raptors just come casually walking up because nobody was paying attention.
I'm sorry, you did not hear that coming? What? You're telling me you didn't hear that at all? You were just fucking fiddling with your dicks out there and you just didn't hear them? Okay, all right, whatever, I guess.
In a real movie, they would have been ambushed while walking around or something. But here, the raptors just kind of decide to walk up and attack, which they could have done at any time. But I guess now was the time the plot needed it to happen.
Right.
The army guys start shooting, and the old guy, who's actually named Pappy, calls Carter for help. But one of the scientists gets killed before they could get
Oh my God, dude. That was just so bad. Oh my God.
back.
I love that pause. Did he aim it at the crotch? I feel like that dinosaur just aimed at the crotch. You know what?
One of the raptors headbutts a still photo of Pappy, causing his stunt double to fly into a pile of baskets, and then he's suddenly all cut up somehow. Those must have been some sharp baskets. Carter comes running in, and the same shot of a raptor getting shot in the face gets reused a few times until Carter yells, "Cease fire," and then the raptors just kind of disappear. There's no shot of them all dying or running away or anything. The army guys just stop shooting, and the raptors are just suddenly gone, because they need to be for the rest of the scene. Sexy scientist lady
Okay, oh my God. This is just so bad. Oh my God. They didn't even have the animation. They didn't wait. So you're telling me they didn't use the previous animation from the death animation of the previous Raptor? So you're saying they didn't have enough time or what or whatnot? Come on, man. You can't be
He
serious.
explains what a raptor is to Mustache Guy, who just stands there with his gun pointed at his commanding officer, like a well-trained soldier would.
They're not lizards. They resemble velociraptors,
That's right.
extinct on Earth for over 66 million years.
Extinct. Well, I guess they didn't get the memo.
Velociraptors actually went extinct at least 71 million years ago. Not all dinosaurs lived at the same time, you know. In fact, contrary to what Jurassic Park implied, Velociraptors didn't even live during the Jurassic period, and neither did Tyrannosaurus. Your whole childhood was a lie.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that to me? No, I don't believe you. No, I'm just going to assume that you're a liar. You're a liar. You can't tell me that. No.
And while I'm on the subject, Stegosaurus died out 150 million years ago, and Tyrannosaurus didn't even appear until 68 million years ago.
Yeah.
Which means the time gap between Stegosaurus and Tyrannosaurus is actually greater than the time gap between Tyrannosaurus and humans.
Yeah, no, that's a huge gap right there. Like you have no idea. And it's true. No, it's he's right, really. But this is a fucking film. Is this a sci-fi film? Am I watching another sci-fi film? This is what I feel like I'm watching.
The era of dinosaurs lasted a really long time. Anyway, Carter says they're aborting the mission. Sexy scientist lady complains that they're not done collecting data, but Carter tells her to f*** off. But then Ted Raimi points out the plot-convenient radiation storm that's stopping them from contacting the spaceship so they can't beam back up. You would think people whose job is to travel to alien worlds would be prepared for this sort of thing. So I guess they're
Right?
stuck on the Raptor planet, which I don't think is ever given a name in the movie. Tough Lady explains they still have plenty of ammo, and
You know what? At this point, we're just at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if they called it Planet Piss or something. Because Jesus, man.
explosives, while Ted Raimi cuts tissue samples from one of the raptors. Then tells one of the other scientist guys not to tell anyone about it for no reason other than to make him seem untrustworthy to the audience before he predictably double-crosses everyone later. Oh, spoilers, I guess. Carter decides they should hole up in the castle until the storm blows over.
I swear, if the science lady and the military guy get together in the end, I'm gonna fucking throw my goddamn drink.
We cut to the spaceship where Captain Guy refuses to send down reinforcements because he doesn't want to put anyone else in danger. Then we cut to the castle where sexy science...
Dude, like 2 people were already dead. So what the fuck? We're beyond that point now.
Scientist lady explains that aliens have probably been to Earth, which is why they have a town that looks like a convenient medieval village set. Why even make the movie take place on another planet if it's just gonna all happen in a location that looks like Earth anyway? This might as well be a time travel movie. If you're gonna make a movie called Planet Raptor, have it take place on a planet that's actually alien. Make it a weird meat jungle where it rains piss or something, I don't know. Suddenly, a raptor comes bursting in. They all shoot at it, then Carter yells at sexy scientist lady for not warning them about it. I guess because that was her responsibility and not the army guys.
Wait, hold on. Wait, so you're blaming her? So what, she's on guard duty or something? Motherfucker, you're the fucking military, man. You're telling me you don't have like a scout or anything? So you just automatically blame the woman. Oh, well, you know what? This is the 2000s, so yeah, why not?
Then tough lady tells mustache guy to get some food. This other guy goes outside to find Carter, who I guess is standing guard or something. But then Ted Raimi comes walking up and tells him not to spend too much time outside in the radiation storm, which sounds like good advice from a medical professional. But Carter tells him to f*** off for being a scientist. And then he goes back inside and gives us another voiceover.
For my men, it's life and death. To her, we're just another damn petri dish.
So Carter really doesn't like scientists for some reason, but we won't find out why until later. I don't like guys who wear beanies in the summer, and I don't think I need to explain why. Everyone starts eating, and Pappy tells Carter to leave him behind if it becomes necessary to save everyone else. Then we cut to a creep.
You know what? I also don't like men having those man buns. Like, dude, get a fucking haircut, dude. You don't look cool. You don't look cool at all. You look like a cornball.
First-person view of something lurking in the shadows. Ted Raimi sees it and goes inside, but without telling the other guy he sees something because he's an asshole. We cut to Tough Lady trying to fix up some alien device she found. Then Carter says he needs a volunteer to stand guard. Pappy says he'll do it, but then he falls over and starts shaking. Ted Raimi runs up and injects him with something which causes him to stop. Then Ted explains he suspected the raptors might be venomous, so he took their DNA or something and made an anti-venom out of it. I strongly doubt that raptors had venom, but I guess these aren't really raptors, and more like aliens that happen to look—
Oh no, they're alien raptors, okay? You don't get it, okay? They have poison. You don't know that. I know. Do I? No, I don't. But we're just gonna go with the logic that they're poisonous anyway.
Look like raptors, so I don't know. Carter gets mad at Ted for using Pappy as a guinea pig, but then Pappy wakes up, proving that the anti-venom worked.
Wow, look at that.
Will kill.
Even though there's no evidence of it, of the creature having any venom. Okay, fine, whatever.
Kill you faster than anything else on this planet.
I'm pretty sure getting your head ripped off by a dinosaur would kill you faster.
Damn.
But what do I know? You're the scientist.
Right.
Huh? Oh, that raptor's back.
What about my back?
Oh, and the damn thing talks. What do you want?
I was frozen in ice until climate change caused me to thaw out. I've waited over 75 million years to tell you about this video sponsor.
This video doesn't have a sponsor.
That's funny.
Oh, really? Well, scheisse. Well, in that case, I've waited over 71 million years to eat
Wait, hold on. Why is it German though? What?
your $10 patrons.
Oh no, not.
Alex Bones, Ashley Mary Johnson, being positive is a case of success, Mike Matches 95, Colin, Brad Bruce, Bruce 699, Charlie, Chocolate Loose Lane, Chris O'Reilly, Chris Nick, Christopher Wall, Cole Marley,
Okay, this is funny.
Corey Zilligan, John Cindo, Team in 1980, Diesel Weasel, Eduardo Sanchez, Fractal Soraya, 55, Kaiser Wilhelm II, Marge Mattel Fellow, Leswita Quebec, Lilith Durante, Marco Bagby, Mario Mendez, Nick Squizzy, Michael Bouya, Michael Lowe, Nicholas
Let's
Slater,
go a
Nobles,
little bit. Sorry.
Charlie City.
And now they'll pay for my hunger. This their flesh.
Alright, that's enough of that character. Ad break. So everyone agrees to take the injection as a precaution, and then we cut it outside where this idiot doesn't see his 11-foot lizard charging at him. Carter hears a scream.
I'm sorry. Okay, dude, you can't tell me you don't hear the stomping. You don't hear it. What? And motherfucker, like, you should at least see it. It's on the corner of your eye. Oh my god, this
It runs outside and sees what looks like a Carnotaurus mawing the guy in its mouth.
Oh,
they shoot at it, it drops the guy, and we see a raptor roaring. Everyone keeps shooting, but then Tough Lady runs outside and blows the raptor up with an alien thing she found.
She just missed that completely. She missed that. I'm sorry, you're using it at that one velociraptor, that one dinosaur right there, not that big ass one we just saw a few seconds ago, right?
And the Carnotaurus is nowhere to be seen. If you're confused, let me explain what just happened.
Okay.
They actually recycled the footage of the Carnotaurus from another movie called Raptor Island, which this movie is sort of a quasi-sequel to. I want you to just think about how many layers of stupidity are going on here. The people who made this movie are so dumb that they thought the audience would be too stupid to notice that they were so cheap that they actually tried to pass off footage of a completely different dinosaur that's big enough to hold a grown man in its mouth as a raptor.
Okay, yeah, no, that is pretty bad, really. Oh man, I mean, they gotta be stupid enough to do that. I mean, they are stupid enough to they did do that, but I'm just saying, like, for the audience, I'm pretty sure they're like, they haven't probably saw the first one and they just assume it's like it's part of the scene.
I'm actually impressed by the sheer audacity. So they inject the guy with the anti-venom and drag him inside. Carter asks Tough Lady if she can make any more alien grenades, and she and Sexy Scientist Lady explain it's some kind of wacky fusion device she found in that underground room with the transmitter. Since they're running low on ammo now, Carter says they should go out there and look for alien weapons in the morning. Hey, instead of risking everyone's lives to find alien weapons which you might not even be able to use, why?
Oh my god, that was so bad. Oh, I can't take that. No, this there's no way this film exists. There's no way. I believe on the Velocipriest, that's real, since I did watch that. But this, get the fuck out of here.
Yell cease fire the next time you see a raptor and make it disappear. Sometime later, Carter is outside again, chewing tobacco like some kind of asshole. Then we cut to Sexy Scientist Lady talking to Pappy. Pappy tells her about how Carter's wife was a scientist who died after getting left behind by other scientists somewhere after an accident during something called the Saturn Project. And that's why he hates scientists. But Sexy Scientist Lady says she did a report about that incident and explains that scientists didn't make the call to leave her behind, but the captain of the mothership did. And it turns out that captain was their own captain guy. Bum bum bum, dramatic music. Carter.
Oh my god, of course. It was the Russians all along.
Walks up revealing that he overheard them, and he vows revenge on Captain Guy. And we see Captain Guy in the spaceship, then nothing important happens. Back on the planet, Carter is hanging out in the...
Yeah, no, like that scene, that's like, I thought he was going to do something, but nah. If he said, like, there's nothing happen after, dude, Jesus Christ, man.
Doorway outside again. I guess because he really likes that spot.
Yeah,
when Sexy Scientist Lady comes walking up. Carter apologizes for snapping at her, and Tough Lady slaps Mustache Guy. Then Carter leads 3 army guys to a building where they found the alien stuff earlier. And for some reason, they bring Sexy Scientist Lady with them. They make their way there and find the plastic prop from earlier. But then a goofy bug man comes sneaking up on the people with the guns like some kind of idiot. Fortunately, the people with guns who are on edge from being chased by ravenous dinosaurs all day don't immediately shoot the giant hideous bug on sight. So it starts talking to them, and somehow, Sexy Scientist Lady is able to understand him.
He's talking to us.
Oh.
I'll try to translate.
Oh, I guess that's why they brought Sexy Scientist Lady.
Wait. So, your first response is not to shoot that big-ass fucking bug, but somehow, it's like, okay, so you're telling me, no, we can't shoot that bug because he's friendly. While the raptors, on the other hand... Nah, that's... Sorry. If I saw a bug like that, my first instinct is to shoot it, okay? But in this one, you're telling me, like, wait, guys, hold on. No, he's a good guy. Whoa. That's so dumb.
With them. The plot demanded it. So she translates what the bug guy is saying and explains that he's the last survivor.
I'm just going to assume that she probably has, like, some sort of, like, bootleg psychic powers. So So it just make it better for me to understand on how she's like understanding him.
Member of a race of spacefaring cultural appropriators who would travel from planet to planet to learn about their cultures and copy them to build places of rest and recreation.
What, theme parks? For termites?
So the bugs visited Earth at some point in the past, and this is the contextual explanation for why the planet conveniently looks like a medieval movie set. He also explains that the raptors were the dominant species on this planet before they arrived, but the bugs used them as labor animals and pets. But then they turned on their masters and killed all of the bug people. What, like, all at the same time?
What?
How did that happen?
Wait, hold on. Okay. Whoa. All right. So the raptors were slaves, and then they broke out of their chains and started to eat the bugs. Is that what I'm hearing? What? What?
Did the raptors organize it somehow?
Right.
Carter asks them how the alien weapons work, but then he just falls over and dies. So this guy managed to survive here for however long, and just happened to die for no particular reason, right after he explains the backstory to these people who showed up from
So he just immediately dies without any wounds? What? What?
outer space. What timing? Then Mustache Guy sees a raptor approaching and calls Carter, so they grab the alien gun and shoot it. And then they do this weird thing when they move up in lines, taking turns to shoot, like there's some kind of Revolutionary War regiment
Dude, come on. You guys don't have muskets. What?
using black powder muskets or something. Then they make their way back to the castle,
Oh my God.
but this one guy gets his head ripped off,
Oh my god. Okay, dude.
but Carter tells him not to shoot it to save their ammo.
How'd it go up there?
Not bad.
I guess that guy didn't matter. Carter asks sexy scientist lady how she knows how to speak the bug people's language. Apparently, they knew about the bug people before they got there, and the scientists were trained to speak their language. But this was a secret. Then, this other scientist guy explains that they also knew about the raptors before they got there. It was never meant to be a rescue mission, but a field test for the performance-enhancing drugs that Ted Raimi has been injecting everyone with.
Ah, yes. Steroids, of course. How did I forget about that?
Carter punches Ted Raimi and gets him to confess the corporation or military or whatever had a plan to use the raptors as weapons, and they sent the soldiers there to test out the raptors' combat effectiveness.
They just needed some test subjects in a combat situation.
So, we cannon fodder.
Mace, I didn't know anything about this.
He also says Captain Guy personally picked Carter to go there in the hopes that the raptors would kill him because he didn't want Carter to find out that he's the one responsible for his wife's death and come looking for revenge. Wait, so did Captain Guy know that there was going to be a convenient radiation storm that would stop them from being able to beam back up? Or did Ted Raimi just make that up because he was in on it? And if he's in on it, why did he agree to maroon himself on a planet infested with man-eating raptors? Was that other scientist guy who got dragged off at the beginning in on it? And if the point was to test the raptors' combat effectiveness, why the company or military or whatever send the soldiers with outdated guns? Shouldn't they be tested against more modern military equipment, which the enemies are more likely to be using? And why the goblin turn on the stove? They tie-
Yeah, dude, there's so much like so much misplacements in this film, man. It's insane. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, it really doesn't. Like, I blame the director on this one, man. It's just, there's so much errors on this. It's fucking hilarious.
tie Ted Raimi to a chair, and they come up with a plan to use the alien transmitter to contact the spaceship so they can beam up. Back on the ship,
Okay.
Captain Guy tells the helmsman or whatever their orbit's decaying and they'll have to pull away to reorient the ship, which will take 24 hours for some reason. Back at the
Okay.
castle, Tough Lady makes some plastic explosives, and Sexy Scientist Lady tells Carter her parents died in something called the Martian Campaign. But then Tough Lady comes up and tells him it's time to go.
Oh my god, of course.
Carter leaves
Of course they're officially a couple.
Pappy in charge of the castle, while he and Tough Lady make their way to go back to the transmitter. Nothing eventful happens on the way, but when they get there, it turns out the raptors followed them in. Carter shoots at them while Tough Lady discovers and accidentally falls through a trap door. Carter jumps in after her, and they find themselves in some kind of cavern. Meanwhile, Ted
Okay, so you fall off from that height. I would expect you to have your legs broken. I'm sorry.
Raimi tries to convince this other scientist to untie him, but it doesn't work. Sexy scientist lady goes outside to find Pappy, but when she leaves, Pappy injects himself with something.
2 more hours. Then you can send me to hell.
Then Pappy sees something approaching and runs inside. Some raptors knock the door down, I guess because they couldn't just do that earlier.
Okay, so I'm just gonna assume he's hallucinating at this point.
So Pappy tells them to get ready for a fight. They flip the tables over for cover, which...
For what? Why are you flipping the tables over, man? They're fucking raptors. They don't have fucking AKs, man. They don't have fucking functioning thumbs. What?
seems kind of pointless because the raptors don't have guns.
Exactly.
Then the raptors come in and the shooting starts.
Oh my
They eventually realize they're running low on ammo, so Pappy says they have to make a run for it. Then Pappy runs off by himself for some reason. Really, Pappy just says they have to run away, then Mustache Guy just yells, "We've got you covered, Pappy," and then Pappy runs off to go do something. Like Mustache Guy just somehow knew what he had in mind. Did they accidentally cut out a piece of dialogue? Back in the cavern, Carter
I'm just gonna assume they probably missed like half dialogues on that.
and Tough Lady find a big clearing full of raptors and lava, which is another shot recycled from Raptor Island. Yeah, somehow the raptors set up a nest next to a flowing river.
Dude, this looks like a PlayStation 1 scene from a dinosaur game.
River of lava in an enclosed space and didn't burn to death or suffocate on volcanic fumes. Carter tells Tough Lady to get the explosives out of his backpack. Pappy runs to the castle.
Okay, first off, that small explosion, that better be like that better be like much more upgraded C4. It better be like C10 or something like that, man, because Jesus, man.
Sticks his shotgun in a raptor's mouth.
Eat this.
Carter and Tough Lady throw the
God, that was so badass, man. I'm dripping wet right now. Don't you feel it?
explosives around and somehow find their way back to the entrance of the cavern. Then, for reasons I don't understand, Carter decides to detonate the explosives while they're still in the f***ing cavern.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. That is dumb. So you decided to activate it while you're inside the cave? What? And also the raptors, right? How do they get out of there? Like, how do they get out? They can't jump that high. They can't jump that high, man. Like, what? What?
This somehow causes a volcanic eruption which kills all the raptors down there.
How? Just how? That was only one explosion. No, I think we saw we saw 2 or 3. And mind you, they're not even that big. But there's this film, dude. Jesus.
Pappy.
You know what? Maybe it's like future. It's the future, so it's probably like a much bigger bomb.
Continues to run through the castle, and I still have no idea where he's going or why, when he stumbles upon a torture dungeon.
Why are you in a torture dungeon? Why this? I don't understand.
All I need is a girl.
Wait, what'd you say?
Huh?
Anyway, this room has no significance to the story, so there's no reason for this scene to even be in the movie, other than it's part of the castle set they had access to.
Okay, yeah, so what was the reason? If you're gonna do that, I better expect it. I better expect like a villain to be there if you've shown that. But if it's there for just no reason, then what's the fucking point?
And thought it would be cool to show it. The others are still in the dining room shooting at raptors when Pappy comes back and says he found a way out. Oh, I guess he was looking for a way out.
Wait, so I'm sorry, wait. So they've been in this plan for how long? Almost like 3 or 4 days now or something like that. I don't know. And he already found out where. What?
That wasn't communicated well. They've been hiding out in this castle this whole time and never thought to look around.
Yeah, for real. Are you serious?
What if there was another entrance where the raptors could get in? So everyone starts running to follow Pappy, except for this one dumbass.
Okay, cool.
Back in the alien room, Carter and Tough Lady climb back up through the trap door, having somehow managed to not die in the explosion and ensuing volcanic eruption they caused.
Also, I want to point out too, they were like, it was like what, like a 15 or 25 feet tall, and somehow they got out of there. How? I didn't see a ladder. I didn't see any rope. So what? They levitated somehow? What?
When the building starts to rumble, they run outside and little explosions start going off all around them for some reason.
How? What?
Which are detected by the guy in the spaceship. While running through the castle, Pappy gets attacked by a raptor, so he pulls out an explosive to sacrifice himself.
Don't, Pappy!
I like my dinosaur meat well done!
That's the action movie one-liner you decide to go out on? So Pappy blows himself up, not realizing he could have easily collapsed a portion of the castle and killed everyone.
Wait, yeah, you're right. And also, that was so unnecessary. So you're telling me a trained Marine, you're telling me that you didn't have a combat knife. You're telling me you didn't have that with you? I'm sorry, what? That was so unnecessary. He could have survived. He could have lived. But no, it needs to look cool. Okay, yeah, for the film's sake, yeah.
But that doesn't happen, so I guess he's a hero now. Carter and Tough Lady make their way back to the castle. Carter blasts his way in, saving everyone inside who are all out of ammo at this point. I like how the dead raptors are just the CGI models of the raptors standing, turned sideways and laid on the floor.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god, it is sideways. What the fuck?
Carter asks them where Pappy is, but nobody answers, so he takes that to mean he's dead. Then they run through the hallway, when suddenly, a raptor sticks its head in through the window, and even though they have plenty of room to just go around it, Ted Raimi pushes this guy to save himself.
You dirty I didn't know what else to do.
Ted Raimi.
Oh my god, that's so bad. You're telling me, you saying that there's nothing you can do? Motherfucker. Dude, there was a huge gap right there. What? You can't tell me that it's not fucking... You can't tell me that it's like, there's nothing you can do. Fuck you. This film is testing my patience.
Raimi runs away before Carter can shoot him and makes his way to a flight of stairs. He tries to go up the stairs while a raptor chases him, but there's another raptor at the top, where we can see that the set just kind of ends and the stairs don't actually go anywhere.
Wait, yeah, you're right. Where's the stairs? What?
Ted Raimi makes a misstep and falls. He tries to crawl away, but then a raptor gets him and somehow manages to bite both his arm and his leg at the same time. Or maybe it's just confusing editing. So I guess he's dead.
Okay.
Everybody else runs outside, but there's more raptors. They shoot at them, and the raptors just kind of walk away.
What?
So everybody makes their way back to the landing zone. They reuse the same footage of a raptor getting shot in the...
Dude, the Velocipriest had better budgeting than this shit, man. Jesus Christ.
Face again, and Tough Lady turns on the alien transmitter thing as the raptors start to close in. Back on the ship, the guy detects the transmitter and sees that Carter is still alive, so Captain Guy pushes him away from the control panel before he can beam him up. And then a couple security guys come in to arrest him. It should be pointed out that nobody called them. They just kind of show up immediately after Captain Guy pushes the guy away from the panel.
Oh my god, you're fucking right. You're right. What? So wait, so he already know what was his plan, or okay, what? So now it's the moment. Now right now you're calling security right now, without really you reaching, without reaching your pocket or any other direction. What?
They're waiting for him to do that. The raptors close in on the gang, and we cut to the spaceship where we see Captain Guy being led down a corridor. A door opens, revealing Carter is still alive. Carter punches him in the face, and the movie just abruptly ends. And then we get some bloopers to fill up time, but that's not important. What is important is the movie's over. So that's Planet Raptor.
Oh my god, that was...
You again.
Just because you're big, that doesn't mean you get to push me around.
You're the one who's pestering me, you prick. Get out of my house.
You can't talk to me like that. By 71 million years ago, I was an apex predator.
Yeah, you was an apex predator, not anymore.
And I would have...
Damn, see, that was even better animation than that shit. What the fuck? God damn. All right, you know what? That was actually pretty fun. That was actually pretty entertaining. But Jesus Christ, this film! I am so glad I didn't watch this bullshit, dude. Like the Velocipriest had a much better budget than that shit. Like you have no idea. You have no idea. But like I said, I enjoy this, man. All right, man. All right, man. It's your boy Monkey. All right. I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye.